So there's these things called environmental aid guidelines, and this is the European rules on like what kind of environmental aid can be given to projects. And because our government knew the Hinkley project would be in breach of the rules as they stand, they tried to change the rules, because that's kind of what, you know, the rich and powerful do, move the goalposts. Exactly. But interestingly, so they spent all of this summer lobbying the Competition Commission, because, you know, the British government like to be Eurosceptic and slate Europe, but they also want to control it. So they spent a lot of time...
Bend it to their will, as it were.
Exactly. So they spent a lot of time lobbying the European Commission trying to get the rules changed. Now, I wrote a complaint for Stop Hinkley, and at that point the response I got from the European Commission was to say that we haven't been notified about the Hinkley project yet. So although on the ground everyone knows that there is this project, officially in Europe it still doesn't exist, because the British government still haven't notified the European Commission, because they're busy trying to get the rules changed before they notify them. So interestingly, Germany put a spanner in the works for that.
Really?
So yeah, well, you know, fifth biggest economy, the biggest economy in Europe, and very concerned about our plans to build. Very, you know, the whole of Europe is, with the exception of a couple of Eastern European countries that are desperately trying to get development. You know, most of the European states are opposed to any more nuclear. Italy, Switzerland, Germany. You know, so the Germans intervened, and obviously they've got quite a lot of clout in Europe. And so the changes that were being proposed by the British government were denied. So that's the first thing that they wanted to do that hasn't worked out with that. So the European Commission can still consider the Hinkley project. It will still consider the Hinkley project, but on a case-by-case basis, which is where they were at before they tried to get the rules changed. So this, you're talking like next, like probably, I think in the media they're saying around June 2014, before
they even hear the conversation.
June 2014, before you get even a whiff of China and the UK signing. All they've done at the moment is sign a memorandum of understanding. There's, you know, there's no legally binding contract yet, and there can't be until next summer.
I think that's the most critically important aspect of the whole process that I'm involved in. Because a lot of people believe that it's just a done deal. And more importantly, the media is putting across the proposition as if it's a done deal.
You can't trust the media.
At no point do they ever entertain a conversation that not only is it not a done deal, it might not get through European approval, but more importantly, have they asked the British public what they think about this? No.
Well, you know, the corporate media here can't be trusted in any way, shape or form. I mean, I've watched media interviews where the BBC are asking EDF what the anti-nuclear position is. So you've got EDF representing their own position and representing mine. You know, like, don't even get me started saying some of the words that I would use to call that situation and how I would rectify it. But
you can make it an 18, go for it.
Fucking bastards. Do you know, like, it's just quite outrageous. And so I've been quite disappointed with the media here.
I scream at my television all the time in regards to things like this.
I threw mine out. I don't even bother with one. Do you know, the internet? I mean, the internet and social
nowadays
media.
Nowadays I use it not so much for entertainment, but just to keep track of what the line of conversation is coming out of.
I use the internet for all of it now, do you know, like...